Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a great time. I know I'm having a great time, and this provides a beautiful segue. I thoroughly enjoyed the panel discussion that just got concluded. I specifically want you to remember the words consumer experience and discovery. Those of you, there are some of you in the audience who are really polite. You're looking at me, and thank you for that. And then there are some of you who are like me. You're looking at your mobile phones. Okay? This is a brave new world of fractured attention spans. And yet, paradoxically, these are moments loaded with opportunities to reach out to your consumers. However, what is important is context. It's everything. In the next few minutes, I'm going to take you through some of the thinking behind Flipkart's brand ad solutions and why it is imperative for a brand, especially a lifestyle brand, to be present on this platform. Nielsen Insight tells me that nearly 50% of the consumers who shop online end up buying a lifestyle-related product at least once a month. Okay? As Flipkart, much loathed and loved, I believe that we know lifestyle, and I believe that I know my lifestyle consumer. Okay? And there are some really interesting insights that emerge from this knowledge. Do you know that branded search as part of lifestyle as a category on my platform is just 15%? And when I say 15%, this is an average of search across apparels, footwear, and accessories. And I'm talking about both aided awareness as well as unaided awareness. So aided awareness for me is somebody who's actually applying a brand filter, where the brand names are already pre-populated in somewhat sense and you're selecting. And unaided is when you're actually going and doing a keyword type, you're searching for a particular brand name. This presents a huge opportunity. What this is telling me is that this is a great avenue for me to build a brand online. And in the previous discussion, I don't know how many of you listened to that part of it, they spoke about a Xiaomi moment. That was beautiful because Xiaomi was built on Flipkart, right? For the longest time, they were exclusive on Flipkart, and they did brilliantly well. That's a case study. Despite all that, you saw in the panel even before this, there is a significant amount of distrust and somewhat skepticism about digital in general. And on the slide there, you'll see some of the reasons why brands are so skeptical about advertising, not just on Flipkart, but anywhere. If I were to group all of this into three broad categories, the concerns fall under the reach, the kind of impact that I'm able to generate, and the transparency. I mean, I don't know if I'm putting my money in the right place. I don't know what's happening to it after I put my monies there. So at Flipkart, we took a step back and we asked ourselves what we can do about it, or what we have going for us. With 50 million consumers, and mind you, these are not plain vanilla consumers, these are shoppers. With 50 million of them, I definitely have reach. 1 in every 5 visitors on the platform ends up making a purchase. That's very, very high intent. And then there are 1,000+ data points, right? I know my consumer. I know their shopping histories. I know their brand affinities. I know their category affinities. So then we said, let's look at it in 3 different pieces, okay? One being creative, the other being targeting, and the third being attribution. How many of you in this room enjoy seeing ads on your mobile phones? And you can be honest here. I'm glad I got one hand up. I'll tell you why you loathe ads on mobile phones, okay? When you're reading news or when you're playing a game, the last thing that you want is an intrusive ad coming in there and disrupting that experience. So you click on an ad, even if you're intrigued and you kind of want to just play and see what happens, you click on that ad. 9 times out of 10, you keep clicking on it and nothing happens. And then when you click on it, you have to leave what you were doing, go somewhere else, do something else. And that entire thing is such a friction, it's an experience with so much friction that you wouldn't like that. So it's a no-brainer that if you have the context right, an ad is actually a beautiful experience. When you're talking about a platform like Flipkart, a user is not coming there to play a game. A user is either coming there to research a product, and someone in the previous panel rightly pointed out that it's a great platform to influence consumers. Therefore, I'm expecting to find information. And also, if not that, I'm then just coming in to make a purchase. Either ways, it's the place for a brand to actually, get the right kind of attention in the right kind of context. To add to that, and a lot of people probably don't know this, but we spend a significant amount of our time trying to make consumer experience beautiful for our consumers. It's the bread and butter of what we do, right? So we have to take the whole form factor into consideration. We have to make sure that it's seamless, that it is not intrusive. To add to that, it makes sense to be present in a place where you're directly impacting awareness, consideration, and purchase of your product. No brainer. I know my consumers. I know who's buying what. I know who's had a baby. I know who's planning travel. It allows me to really target consumers at the right stage with the right product. Most importantly, attribution. Someone said that the trouble with advertising dollars is half of it is wasted, I don't know which half, right? And with attribution, what happens is that you're able to, at least on Flipkart, we're able to tell you the kind of lift that you were able to generate in awareness, the kind of lift that you're able to generate in consideration, and the kind of lift that you're able to generate in purchase. To me, and I love ads in general, I'm passionate about advertising. To me, e-commerce advertising somewhat represents the holy grail of advertising. And this is because your destination is already established. You know that you're here to shop, the shopping is established. But I'm enabling discovery in a platform that is rich with intent, in a platform where shopping is the context. I have deep understanding of audience profiles, and I have complete access to the entire funnel from awareness to purchase. The proof of a pudding is in the eating. One of the early partners on this platform on Flipkart was L'Oreal, and it's a brand that I personally love. And what you see there is an example. The real unit is actually something that you can swipe. This is our flagship product. We call it brand story because the 4 slots that you see there enable a brand to tell whatever story that the brand wants to say, right? And L'Oreal's objective was really to increase awareness and consideration of their products and eventually drive purchase. The consideration lift generated with this campaign was 42%, okay? These are numbers that you do not ordinarily hear of in your standard advertising in any digital platform. Whether you like it or whether you dislike it, the fact of the matter is that the Indian consumer is looking on Flipkart. Whether they buy on Flipkart, whether they use it as a platform to read, research, get influenced, that's immaterial. The consumer is looking. So the real question that you have to ask yourself is, will they find you? And since we were talking about fractured attention spans, if you missed any of what I said, I'd like to leave you with a video.
Flipkart's journey as one of India's most loved brands has been an exciting one. It's a journey that took us places. It's a journey that saw us adapt and evolve. Today, the Flipkart shopping app is India's most popular mobile shopping destination with 50 million plus downloads and 1 in 10 of India's smartphone users visiting the Flipkart app every day, which is more than all e-commerce players in the market put together. Flipkart has gained the love and trust of millions of Indian shoppers. So how did we get here? It's by creating a world so compelling and unique that the audience wanted to be a part of it. And we did that with the stories we told. Through stories that inspire, stories that move, and stories that connect. After all, a brand's journey is never about what you sell. Rather, it's about how you connect with your consumers. Flipkart now wants to give brands an opportunity to do exactly that through a platform that lets you tell your brand story the right way to an audience that matters, an audience that is willing to engage, and an audience that is willing to buy. Introducing the new Flipkart ad solution, Brand Stories. With Brand Stories, brands can now tell their stories in an engaging and interactive manner within the Flipkart app. It is an exclusive zone where brands can express their values, showcase their offerings, and drive consumers to captivating branded destinations where they can explore and engage with the brand. Brand stories hence morph into unique experiences that address different brand needs, allowing you to create and present a seamless narrative. With brand stories, your identity and offerings are woven into an engaging story to deliver a holistic brand experience from discovery to consumption. All this while, a holistic digital brand experience meant clicks, impressions, likes, shares. But wait, what about purchase impact? Did the user move down the funnel? Did you manage to create the right impact? Now those are the questions you should be asking. And Flipkart Brand Stories has the answers. We give you deep insights on how brand stories impacts consumer behavior across awareness, consideration, and purchase. And that's not all. We want your brand to be ubiquitous. Hence, we designed a groundbreaking retargeting solution with which you can now engage with the right set of users, leveraging our state-of-the-art data platform and continue telling your stories on our extensive network of apps. Today, we begin a journey to make storytelling more meaningful and easy. Let's come together and tell stories just the way they should be told.
Thank you. We have 2 demo kiosks outside. Me and my team are going to be there. If anyone is interested, I can show you a demo of how this works. Thank you for your time.